on this bumpy 50-point inspection from North Coast Brewing Company out of Fort Bragg, California. I have barrel-aged Old Rasputin, which is a Russian Imperial Stout. And this one is a stout that's aged in bourbon barrels. This is 22. It comes in at 11.3% ABV, and this bottle was gifted to me by Jonh and Anile, Georgia Beer Reviews. So please leave a link to his channel at the end of this video, so check him out. Just gonna read a little bit about North Coast Brewing. So the North Coast Brewing Company is a craft brewery located in Fort Bragg, California. As of 2018, it is the 46th largest craft brewer by annual sales volume in the United States. History on this North Coast Brewing Company was founded in 1988 as a brew pub by Mark Rudrich, Tom Allen, and Doug Moody, producing 400 barrels of beers its first year. In 1996, they acquired the rights to the Acme Brewing Company brand, originally founded in San Francisco in 1907. All right, well, let's go ahead and try to open this. I haven't really fiddled around with it too much. All right. Well, the head on this, it's a fairly frothy, kind of caramel khaki-esque color to the head. The brew itself has some kind of reddish caramel hues in the reservoir. Very, very dark beer. We can pretty much call this one black for the most part, or very, very, very dark brown. Some aromas. All right, so lots of that kind of bourbon barrel note coming through. Lots of fruit flavors. So a little bit oaky. To me, I get some apple. I get some type of it's like fig, raisiny, chocolate notes. 11.3. It smells like it's gonna be a little bit boozy. I think this smells more like a barley wine than it does an imperial stout, I think. Yeah, it's like a barley wine with some kind of a little bit of a chocolate note and some roasty notes in there, but very, very fruit forward. I said apple, plum, date, whatever. See a little bit of a leather as well. All right, well, let's get into this one. It smells absolutely wonderful. Cheers. I'd say it's a fuller body, kind of a creamy, smooth mouthfeel to it. Carbonation, it does get into the medium realm. It's like light and fluffy in the mouth, even though it does kind of have that fuller body effect. It's not super sticky. There is a lot of roasted, kind of almost charcoal type flavors. A little bit of the darker fruit kind of in there. I would say a little bit of a leather type flavor going on as well. This one does leave a burn going down the throat into the esophagus area. Yeah, the 11.3. It's not that hidden. It's there. A little bit of that alcohol note on the palate as well. Slight bit of an oakiness. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting a score down. Okay. Um, Something that I didn't mention was the bitterness as well. I think it was just the alcohol grab that was threw off my attention on that. But there is kind of a mild to medium bitterness on this one for the tail end as well. Uh, Seems a little bit, maybe a little bit grassy. Starting to get some type of like a grain note on the back end from the malt also. Yeah, so kind of like a grassy type bittering effect happens there. The appearance, so I'll give it a 6 out of 6. On the aromas, I think the aromas in this are fantastic. I'm going to give it the 10 out of 10. On the flavors, I think more malt presence would have been nice. So a little bit dinging it there in the aftertaste also, where it gets kind of that grainy and that kind of grassy bitterness for the finish. I'm going to give it a 16 out of 19 for the flavors. The body on it, like I said, is like full but fluffy. Kind of leans towards a little bit watery on the base as well. The body is fine at that full body. I think the mouth feel could have been better, but I'm still going to give it the 5 out of 5 for the body. My overall in this one, it's a heavy hitter for sure. You wouldn't want to drink too many of these. And just based off mostly the flavors that I'm getting out of it, I wish there was just more of those aromatics shining through on the palate. It's the alcohol and stuff seems to take over quite a bit, and it's missing out on a lot of that deep dark fruit notes that were in the aroma. It's missing out on the chocolate note. For the most part, it's just missing some key elements to me. So I'm at an 8 out of 10 for my overall, which is going to leave the North Coast Brewing Company's barrel-aged Old Rasputin, which is barrel-aged in bourbon barrels. This is the 22 with a bumpy 45 out of 50, which is going to land it as a very good beer. So I want to, once again, thanks to Jonh and Anile. Appreciate you, and appreciate you all for watching. Cheers.